Bro, thank you for choosing this video. Welcome back to this channel, a haven for Chelsea news updates. So find a comfortable seat and grab a drink, because this time I'm presenting 10 stories about Chelsea off the pitch that you probably didn't know. I hope to reach 300 likes. By liking this video, I'm even more motivated to provide as much news as possible and as interesting as possible for you. And finally, please comment where you're from. I'd love to know which countries are watching this video.
Chelsea now officially know their FA Cup semi-final opponents, and the draw immediately brings high tension. The Blues will face old rivals Leeds United at Wembley, while Manchester City will face Southampton in the other semi-final. These results make the road to the final even more exciting, and the drama is already in the air even before the match begins. Chelsea advanced to the Final Four after a resounding victory over Port Vale, while Leeds came through a much more dramatic route, eliminating West Ham on penalties. This means this matchup isn't just about quality, but also about mental toughness, momentum, and courage on the big stage. Wembley will certainly be a major test for Liam Rosenior's squad. Meanwhile, Manchester City have once again demonstrated their class after eliminating Liverpool, and they are now one of the strong favorites to advance to the final. However, their focus remains divided, as a busy schedule and league competition add to the pressure. For Chelsea, this isn't just a chance at silverware, but also a chance to send a message that their season isn't over yet. The question now is clear: can the Blues beat Leeds at Wembley and move one step closer to glory? Chelsea are reportedly closing in on signing Valentin Barco for next season. Recent reports suggest the Blues have reached personal terms with the young Argentine midfielder, paving the way for a transfer from Strasbourg in the summer. This could be a strong signal that Chelsea are preparing a major overhaul in midfield. According to circulating reports, negotiations are now underway between Chelsea and Strasbourg to discuss a transfer package. This situation is intriguing because Chelsea is said to have full control over Barco's future, and the 21-year-old has shown considerable promise this season, contributing 11 goals from midfield for the League One club. This move also comes at a time when the futures of several Chelsea midfielders are shrouded in doubt. Enzo Fernandez continues to be linked with an exit, while Romeo Lavia is also said to be open to being released after being plagued by injuries. Therefore, Barco's arrival could be seen as more than just a young addition, but part of Liam Rosonier's ongoing restructuring. Chelsea are accustomed to moving quickly on their long-term projects, but the big question now is, will Valentin Barco be a brilliant solution in midfield, or just another name in a still mysterious project at Stamford Bridge? Liam Rosenior finally had a night that lifted Chelsea's spirits a little. After the Blues crushed Port Vale with a resounding 7-0 and advanced to the FA Cup semi-finals, the manager emphasized that Chelsea's season isn't over yet. In fact, he believes they can still finish with something extraordinary. Rosenior expressed his satisfaction with his team's intensity and commitment throughout the match. Chelsea were sharp from the first minute to the last, demonstrating a strong response after a difficult period. For Rosenior, this big win wasn't just a result, but proof that his team can bounce back stronger after constant pressure and criticism. He also emphasized that qualifying for Wembley should be the standard for a club of Chelsea's stature. Interestingly, Rosenior singled out Cole Palmer, who was entrusted with the captaincy. He said it was a natural step in Palmer's development, a figure he considered brave, calm, and ready to take on greater responsibility. However, behind the big win, there was some disturbing news. Jamie Gittins reportedly suffered another hamstring problem during training and will now undergo further examination. So, amid the euphoria heading towards Wembley, the big question is simple: is this really the start of a Chelsea revival, or just a flash in the pan before a bigger test to come? Chelsea was rocked by another major drama ahead of a crucial match. Liam Rosenior officially dropped Enzo Fernandez from 2 crucial matches against Port Vale and Manchester City. This decision immediately sparked controversy, especially since Enzo's agent, Javier Pastore, publicly called the punishment too harsh and completely unreasonable. According to circulating reports, the sanction came after Enzo's comments about Madrid during the international break were deemed to have crossed a line. Rosenior felt a line had been crossed, but Enzo's camp strongly denied this. The agent insisted that his client never expressed any desire to leave Chelsea, merely liking Madrid for its culture, language, and atmosphere, similar to Buenos Aires. However, amidst the heated situation, a more worrying fact emerged. Pastore revealed that contract renewal talks with Chelsea had been ongoing but failed to reach an agreement. Furthermore, if negotiations stall again after the World Cup, Enzo's camp is prepared to explore other options. This clearly makes the midfielder's future even more uncertain. Now the question is not just about the two-match suspension. The big question is this purely internal discipline, or the first sign of a major breakup that is starting to build at Stamford Bridge? Estevao Willian is finally back, and his comeback immediately felt special. The Brazilian wonder kid put in a stunning performance as Chelsea thrashed Port Vale 7-0 in the FA Cup quarter-finals. Fresh from a hamstring injury, Estevao immediately scored a goal and an assist, sending an emotional message that captivated fans even more. In that match, Estevao was a constant threat. He hit the post twice before finally getting on the scoresheet in the 82nd minute. Not only was he clinical, but he also showed creativity when he provided an assist for Andre Santos from a set-piece. The performance was made even more special because, according to Opta data, he became the youngest player to score an assist in a single FA Cup match for a Premier League club since Bukayo Saka in 2020. After the match, Estevao shared a touching message for Chelsea supporters. He thanked God, was happy with the win, the goal, and the assist, and reiterated his love for the fans. Liam Rizonia was also quick to heap praise on the 18-year-old, even saying there were no limits to his potential. Now, as Chelsea look ahead to their FA Cup semi-final against Leeds United, one thing is clear. Is Estevao writing the beginning of a new chapter in his Stamford Bridge story? Chelsea are once again reportedly on the hunt for a player this summer, and this time their focus is on the goalkeeper position. The name of Robin Roofs, the young Sunderland goalkeeper, is reportedly on the Blues' radar. According to circulating reports, Chelsea is interested in signing him, although they will have to compete with Liverpool and Manchester City for his signature. Roofs has indeed performed quite convincingly this season. The 23-year-old Dutch goalkeeper has made several key appearances for Sunderland, with a string of crucial saves and several clean sheets demonstrating his quality. His tall stature, quick reflexes, and fearlessness in the penalty box make him one of the most exciting young goalkeepers to watch right now. What makes this transfer seem logical is that his profile fits perfectly with Chelsea's project. He's young, already experienced in English football, and is considered to have great potential to develop into a long-term first-choice goalkeeper. However, there's one major obstacle. His contract with Sunderland is still running, so Chelsea will almost certainly have to pay a significant fee. Now the question is simple but crucial. Is Robin Roofs really the answer to Chelsea's goalkeeping future? Or is he just another name in the Blues' long list of experiments? Chelsea has once again been linked with a promising young striker ahead of the summer transfer window, and this time Christian Kofane's name has seriously entered the radar. The Bayer Leverkusen striker is reportedly being sought after by the Blues, with his agent even confirming that Chelsea is among the European clubs interested in his client. The situation is quite plausible. João Pedro is currently the mainstay in attack, but Chelsea is still considered lacking a truly convincing backup. Liam Delap and Marc Guéhiou have not been able to make a significant impact this season, leading to speculation that both could be released when the transfer window opens. Amidst this situation, Kofane presents a very attractive option. Although only 19 years old, and not yet a regular starter for Leverkusen, he has still managed to attract attention with 7 goals and 8 assists in relatively limited playing time. These figures demonstrate efficiency, potential, and quality that are clearly not to be underestimated. However, Chelsea is not alone. Arsenal are said to be in pole position after making contact, while Barcelona are also monitoring the situation. With the price tag reportedly reaching £52 million, the question now becomes very interesting. Are Chelsea really ready to move quickly? Or have they lost out again in the hunt for elite young talent? Chelsea is facing a major drama with Enzo Fernandez, but one thing is starting to become very clear. The Blues should not sell him. Amidst strong rumors of a move to Real Madrid, Enzo has indeed continued to fuel speculation with his comments about Madrid. But therein lies the problem. Chelsea have a rare player, and a player like this should not be let go so easily. According to circulating reports, Chelsea are still determined to hold on to Enzo, even though Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain are monitoring his situation. That makes sense, because Enzo is no ordinary midfielder now. He has developed into one of Chelsea's most important players. His His technique is complete, his passing vision is sharp, his shooting is dangerous, and most importantly, he has a goal-scoring instinct that is rare in modern midfielders. This season, he has already scored 12 goals in 46 appearances, a number that speaks volumes. His contract also runs until 2032, so Chelsea are not really under pressure to sell. In fact, letting Enzo go now would feel like a step backward in a project that is not yet fully established. Now the question is simple but emotional. Will Chelsea stand firm on one of their best midfielders? Or will they lose a special player just as the club is still trying to recover? John Obi Mikel has finally spoken out, and this time his message is clear. Chelsea is losing its way. The Blues legend openly questioned the vision of the club's new owners, Todd Boehly and Clearlake Capital, who he believes have not been able to restore the winning spirit that was so strong during the Roman Abramovich era. According to Mikel, Chelsea's biggest problem isn't just poor results, but a lack of clarity of purpose. He emphasized that Chelsea's identity has always been about winning, competing for the Premier League, and chasing the Champions League. However, since Blue Co took over, Mikel feels there's no real direction in sight. Fans are starting to feel the same way. Massive amounts of money have been spent, but the team is still far from elite level. One of the most highlighted policies is the over-focus on talented young players but a lack of experience. While names like Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, and Moises Caicedo have certainly developed rapidly, Mikel believes a team as big as Chelsea still needs proven senior players, not just long-term projects. In big matches, experience often outweighs potential. It's not just about transfers. Chelsea are also being accused of losing patience with their manager too quickly. And now the big question arises. Will the owners truly correct their mistakes, or will they repeat the same pattern next summer?